This is my first voiceover. I have no notes. I'm using my phone to record. I think I'm gonna animate it, but like not do a full animation. But so lately I haven't been posting on YouTube a lot. I don't have a lot of followers, obviously. I barely even have 9. And most of them are just my friends and my sister's empty accounts that they barely ever use, or they do use. It's just they have multiple of them. Oh, I even subscribe to myself on my own channels to, because I forget the usernames and stuff. I have multiple accounts, but I'm not gonna tell them. They were embarrassing. But this one I feel like I'm gonna keep for a while. Just a little while longer. I think if I can do things right, if I can get things advertised right, maybe I can get things rolling. Maybe. Either that or could just crash and burn and live in a fiery pits of hell because I have so many problems with me. I think that today I was gonna just talk, but well, I am just gonna talk, but let's talk about my issues with life. I don't have a bad life per se. I used to think my life was normal until, I used to think everybody dealt with the same problems I did, until I went to therapy. I haven't been to therapy recently this year, so it's been like a month or two. Yeah, it's been a month. It's barely been a second month. I'll be turning 16 in April. Ooh, driving. And in the summer, hopefully I get it, but I'm not sure I'm gonna get it. There's a day camp. It's called DDC, abbreviation for Discovery Day Camp. It's basically a daycare for children on 6th grade and under. And in our city, I live in a small city. It's not a big city. But it's not a town either. It's like big enough that it's a city, but small enough that it's you know what I'm saying, yeah. So I live in that kind of a thing. There's farms and factories and houses, and it's kind of like an unorganized city. There's no skyscrapers. That's not like New York. It's kind of like those old cities you'd see in like old TV shows. Kind of like the small time. It's like it's a small town with a bigger population, I guess you could say. Well, my mom works at the parks, and DDC is, connected with the parks, and so I have a high chance of getting into DDC. I used to be in DDC, but this job paid, like, it's like you babysit children, and I'd be like a vice manager, and I'd get $11 an hour. And I was like, I didn't know I was gonna get paid. I was just gonna try and volunteer until my mom said, yeah, like, they're looking for that for like $11 an hour. I was like, yeah, okay, I need money anyway, so why not, try it for it. And I was like, so I only learned that today though, like before, today I wanted to volunteer because, everyone says I'm really good with kids, and I kind of can't say I'm bad with them. It's just, there's a lot of them, and I'm gonna be one of the people in control, but at least, I'm never gonna be left alone. Now, I went to DDC for, I'd say, a year and a half, or technically, I was signed up for 3 years, but, first year went over just fine, normal, and I had had fun, and I didn't have any health problems as much. And then, well, on every Friday they'd have a field trip. Every other Friday, I think. It's either every Friday or every other Friday. But it's like an everyday thing. Like I said, it's a daycare, so it's like, it was like, wasn't open on the weekends, but it was like open during like what you would call school days if it wasn't summer. And so, it's not cheap either. It's not. It's like at least like $90 a child. My mom sent me and my sister there. But for like the second part of it, the second time I went halfway through and I got Lyme disease. And Lyme disease, see, I don't have a healthy body. I'm not a healthy person. So when I got Lyme disease, I was bedstricken and I would sleep for 24 hours without waking up, eating, or even going to the bathroom. I remember it was 7th grade. Oh, yeah. It was like 8th grade was the final year. So, like, you couldn't go once you hit 8th grade. But, I'm in choir in 7th grade. After summer, the teacher asks, what's the longest time you've been asleep? Whoever does that gets a candy. And I go, everybody's like saying their highest. He gives them the candy, and I say, raise my hand. I'm not sure if I should, because, and he goes, okay. I said, he's like, okay, so what'd you sleep for? And I said, 9 p.m. And he goes, okay, so what's the end time? And I said, 9 p.m. He said, 24 hours? And I said, yes. And I didn't explain to him why. But everybody's like, that's impossible. Well, not for me. I love sleeping. Except for the times where I'm an insomniac, which is currently, right now, it is like 9 or something. And I was awake since 1 in the morning, and I don't plan on going to bed until 12, but when I can get to sleep, I really love sleeping. And I'll sleep for a long time. Yeah, and then the third time around, or was it the third time around was the Lyme disease. Okay, so it was like, okay, I don't remember what happened in order it happened in, but I know I had Lyme disease and a concussion. I think it was in the same year. No, it was in a different year. But I know I had Lyme disease in the final year that I could go, and then I had a concussion where I couldn't go for a little bit, and then I went back because it was a pool. You go to a pool right next door, the city pool, and they had slides, and I did this dumb thing where you go and you jump in the slide, where my head went and it flopped back and it hit like the bottom ring of the slide so hard, and my vision was blurry and everything. It was like, it wasn't good. And normally you're not supposed to swim in that situation, apparently, but I was on the other side of the pool from the adults, and I called this kid Octagon, but I'm not gonna say his real name, but I called him Octagon. And if Octagon, you're watching right now, you know who you are. Anyway, he was staring at me. He was laughing, but I'm not gonna judge him. I mean, I was laughing at him earlier too. He didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I'm not mad at him. I just wanted to say I kind of like felt like I ended up glaring at him a little bit, but it was like squinting my eyes to see because I couldn't see anything. Everything was like blurry. Yeah, so I went down the slide really slowly, but it was like squeaking noises and they were laughing. I never saw him after that though. It was really weird. And in the ER they had to cut off my bathing suit because it was too wet to, take off. And it was a very expensive bathing suit. My mom's like, no more expensive bathing suits after that. No. But yeah, that's my experiences in it. But the rest of the time I had a great time. I had a good time with the kids there. There was a time where it was nap time. Whereas the older kids would just sit there and either, read a book or silently talk or use the loom thing that was popular. I don't know if it's still popular. I have it, actually, in here. And, yeah, so DDC it was great. I loved it. And I hope I can, become, like, a counselor. Because, when I went back on the final year, I'm a tall girl, apparently. I'm 5'7.5". So they kept confusing me for a counselor, which most of the counselors there were girls, and they were pretty short, except for one, and he was a guy, and he was pretty tall, and he was in a band, I think. He was popular on YouTube. I don't remember what channel it was, but he was popular on YouTube, and yeah, and he knew how to do music. One of the camp leaders was actually a helper teacher for special ed in the middle school, and I think in the high school too. I like her name though. Her name is the day of the month of. Well, if I say it again, because I mentioned it at the beginning, what her name was, but it wasn't really saying her name. Anyway, it's like funny, it's a coincidence kind of thing. And I don't really want to say her name because, privacy. But I liked her, she was nice. All the camp leaders were nice. Actually, I think it was, one of them was like my distant cousin on my mom's side, or, yeah, my mom's grandma's side, or grandpa's, I'm not sure anymore. I have so many cousins. But, we'll call her M. Oh, and the woman who works with special ed, we'll call her A. So M, she, one time, I think the most, this is what I'm most, like, nervous about is, like, violent little kids, because this kid attacked her with a branch and hurt her. I wouldn't say, like, so dramatically, but she was traumatized. She was pretty much traumatized. This kid had, like, anger issues to, like, the point. I don't even remember which kid it was, but I don't even remember speaking to this kid, but, he was like, he can't come here anymore. He's, like, not allowed. He's a dangerous child. And, he hit her with a stick, and it was because it was nap time, and he didn't want nap time. So he went to go play at the park, because, like, before nap time, it's like you go to the park, you eat, and then you come back for nap time or something like that. If I remember correctly. I don't know, it's been like 3 years. And I was like, oh, that's pretty traumatizing. That's pretty traumatizing. Because M had to deal with that, and I was like, don't think so. But, yeah. It's like, I love kids, they're great. For a little while. It's like, just when the time comes and their baby diapers need to be changed, hand them straight to the parents, So the video is getting kind of long. I don't really do, like, I don't think I've ever done a 10-minute video. Maybe I have. It was probably a speed paint. But this is like the first voiceover, and I'm probably boring the crap out of all you, and all of you would probably be like, the 3-4 people that watch me, and like, you know, like nobody watches my videos anymore except for the people I show. Yeah, it's okay, I got it, okay. If you are watching this video right now and you like it, I doubt it, but if you like it, show it to your friends, and then and it is, I might do this over speed paint actually. That might be easier because animation, I know I've only done like 3 animations and I'm still a beginner at it, but it's like, oh, long. And if I had like just to do like 15 seconds of an animation, just like not even with any details, you can see it on my an animation on there. It's called my new career model or something, model. I was saying something about my new career being a model. I'm not a model. I'm not a model. I don't think I could deal with the stress, you know? I definitely have a mother's instinct, you know? I don't have like, I'm a fashion diva. I don't even wear makeup. That's one thing, you know? I don't wear makeup. I wear glasses though. I wear glasses. I'm a kind of girl who dresses comfortable, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I also, my hair, I'm trying to grow it down to my butt, but so far it's like mid-back. And I find that more, you know, comfortable than having short hair. And I've had short hair before, but not like buzz cut, what do they call it? I don't remember. But it's like a nickname for it's like lesbian hair. I've never had that. I never had like a fade or anything like that. I wanted to get a side cut in my hair. But my mom's like, no. No, no, no. My hair was not allowed to, you know, go past my earlobe. Ever. If they were cut, you know what I'm saying, it had to be below my earlobe when it was cut. I've been growing my hair out since 6th grade, and let's see, I'm in 10th grade now. So I've been growing my hair out 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for 4 years, and it's grown out pretty far. I mean, my hair used to be really short. Oh my gosh, it's such a chubby kid. Oh man, now I'm just rambling. But I think I'm gonna end it off here. Sorry if you hear clicking, that's me, you know, keeping the screen on. I think I'm gonna end it here. It's been like 17 minutes. Probably bored out of your mind. Anyway, I'm probably not gonna even edit out the sound. I don't have much to work with. I basically have gosh darn it. Krita animation, and I use Medibang for my art, and then Windows Movie Maker, which, you know, I know it's gone now, but I you know, I downloaded it from like a vintage site. It's an official site. It was .org and everything. It was like the official site to, it was like, you know, like it wasn't a virus site. It wasn't like, you know, it's like, it was a good site. It wasn't a bad site anyway. But I got it, no viruses at all. My, you know, I use that stuff mainly. I don't really have a lot. Oh, I have a Patreon. I don't know if I would link it down below, because I don't really use it. Although it would be nice to have money. To be honest, I'm being honest, because we're not the richest family in the world. No, we're not. And my brother's like mooching all the money off my mom. And she's a single mom. Oh, actually, she's not gonna be single till at the end of the year. We're planning on moving at the end of the year, so that's gonna be hectic. Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, yeah, just start off. Okay, well, you know what? I'm rambling again. I tend to end up rambling all the time. I'm going to, yeah, I'm just gonna say bye right here and now. If you want to hear more, I got a lot of crazy stories. I mean, I got a lot. These are barely at the minimum. I have a ton of crazy stories, like the girl who jumped me at the campground. It was like a kind of like a trailer park campground. Like you have like trailers and everything. She jumped me at the lake. I ripped her fingernail off. Um, I have one where I'm trying to think of how to put them in order, but I can't think of like what's the best one. But I have like one where I was bullied for like the end of 5th grade and the beginning towards the end of 6th grade, and never bullied again because I am a badass. Oh, she also threatened to kill my friend. The bully threatened to kill my friend during our state test called the, oh, I won't say what it's called, but during our state test time, she's threatened to hang my friend at that time. I don't talk to her that much anymore, and I really want to get in contact with her. No, I don't even remember if I told her about the the fact that the bully wanted to hang her, but you know, we were in the bathroom. I just say I glared at her. Or that time where I almost got arrested for ditching class. No, let me know. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Almost got arrested for ditching class in 6th grade and got bullied in 6th grade. I did not hang around the good people in 6th grade. Also, the people that I hung around with were people I knew that in kindergarten that like we separated and then did our own ways and then came back together and was like, hey, I think I know you from kindergarten in 1st grade. And they're like, oh, yeah, yeah. I was a goody two-shoes up till then. I'm still a goody two-shoes. It's just at that time, I was a little rebellious. It was like the first time I said a cuss word. I'm trying not to cuss as much, but it became a habit throughout the years. Yeah, I know, it's sad. But, yeah, that. What's another story I could tell? Oh, I could I could tell a short little. It'd be short though because I was very young and I didn't have that much of memory of it. But there was a guy who tried to kidnap me, or me and my sister. To be honest, it was just me and my sister who tried to kidnap us, and or that one time. So I have a stuffed animal. I still have him. He's a Winnie the Pooh doll. I call him Pookie. I've had him since birth. He's really old. It's all torn up and everything. We had to sew. He's like Frankenstein Pookie now. Anyway, he's got like, so one time I stuck him in the fridge when I was little. And I'm gonna say this now because I already gave it away basically. So we went on a frantic look. We looked everywhere for him. I love this doll. I still love him. You know, he's a memory, you know, childhood memory. Kind of like a photograph you can't replace. And so yeah, you know, and my dad, like, we went to Walmart earlier that day. Of course, I brought him with me because he's my doll, my thing, my everything, my anything, my imaginary friend, everything, my only friend. I didn't make much friends. I'm still a social outcast. I mean, I make friends. It's just, you know, not a lot. And my dad comes back home. He says nothing. And then we look behind couches and everything like that. And then, my little smart butt went over and waltzed over to the freezer, opened that to get something, like ice or something, or fridge to the fridge, duh, and opened it, and there was Pookie on the top shelf, and I was so happy. Now looking back at it, I could see that the like, oh my gosh, why on my parents' faces. I could also there was also a time where I broke a milk jug when I was little because I didn't get what I wanted. There's just plenty of stories. Also, recently there's been a lot of stories too. Like there's a bomb in a neighborhood near us, and we went in lockdown. My mom had a stalker, and yeah, the marriage thing with my mom and her new boyfriend. And yeah, it's just if you want to hear more stories like that. Oh, I've been rambling forever. If you want to hear some more stories like that, I'll probably cut a lot of this out, but you know, if you want to hear more stories like that, then I keep repeating myself. I guess like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, I get, you know, I might be a little bit greedy here, but you know, I like a little bit of attention too. You know, I'm the middle child. I don't get attention. Just kidding. I get all the attention. I'm always sick. Just kidding. I don't get any attention. I block it away. I'm always in my room. Nobody knows I'm here. Anyway, I'm gonna end this. Goodbye. Adios.